Okay, we're back. So, footage is finally done. Everything I need to finish up the video is finally done. It's been a bit, but we're getting there. So I kind of fucked up when when I was actually recording. I noticed that I kind of screwed up a little bit, but you'll see when I get to that point. But other than that, we're pretty much good to go. I've been screwing up the whole entire day. I shouldn't have stayed up all night, but we're all good. Okay, I have to fix this. That's not gonna work because I forgot the chamber. I forgot the chamber pretty much goes lava form. I don't even know if they even have that. Let me check real quick. That would actually kind of suck if they don't have it. So if everything goes according to plan, tomorrow will pretty much be the last check for this. Then we'll be able to upload it. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance. Golden Sun, Golden Sun. I thought so. So, okay, I'll have to do some funky manipulation there. Not a big deal. They technically don't have the lava version of this, so sucks. It's the way it is. I'll get that to work. So if there isn't any hiccups, we should be good to go to actually wrap this all up tonight. So where were we? Oh, where's that at? There are so many sources here. This is over here. Okay. Which minority stated that she had a guarantee for them. She requested that the masked figure remove his mask to show his face to Jenna and Creighton. The masked man was hesitant when he heard what Minority had suggested. Satoris agreed that this was the best option in support of the idea. As if on purpose, he demanded that Felix remove his mask. Okay. So, let's cut that out. All right. We'll move that over, then we'll go from there. Let's see. As if on purpose, he demanded that Felix remove his mask. All right. So it's just a lot of fluff right there. We can get the head nod. The idea. As if on purpose, he demanded that Felix... Okay, that's actually perfect. Felix remove his mask. Hearing this made... Okay. That Felix remove his mask. Okay, right there's good. Okay, get rid of that. So tomorrow definitely will be just fine-tuning everything before we upload it. So this will definitely get uploaded on Monday. Hearing this made Jenna tense up because this masked figure shared the same name as her missing brother. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. Okay, so we'll have to rearrange a couple things. All right. Right there's good. Right. Damn, that's that far back. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, yeah, I fucked up. That's fine. That's gonna be such a pain in the ass to get that to work. We'll cross that bridge when we cross that bridge. All right, so that should be right here. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. Okay. We'll come back here in a moment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange when certain dialogues come up. Let's see. After all that work I did on this section, that took at least 4 hours of painstaking work, and I have to fix it again. I'm so sad. Well, at least I know I don't have to deal with Sprite no more. For now, until the next video. Okay. I'm just putting this here for now, and we'll see where I need to cut stuff out. Okay. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. And Garrett's... Okay. So we don't need that little section right there. Okay. Also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw... Alright. Oh shit. I didn't do I have to reset all this in order to get the font. I'm just terrified because I'm old. I tend to forget things. If I reset this, I have to make sure that this doesn't auto-update to the latest version of CapCut. Because CapCut is very mean. Extremely mean. It'll auto-update it without your permission. Then, if you have a saved file in an older version, you can't load it up in the newer version. So you just lost all your work. This is a lot of work, so I'm terrified right now. I'm actually pretty scared. Okay, let's see. So let's see how this looks. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw Felix die. Ooh. Alright. Let's try to make that a little bit more smoother. Right there's good. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw... Okay, that needs to be longer. I'll have to just keep that. Because if I take that out, it's just gonna cut too fast. Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw Felix die. It's still cutting a little bit too fast, so I have to extend it a little bit further. Asking Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw. Okay. The attention of Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw Felix die on that day. He conveyed the. Okay. I'll just have to. Text box shows up right here. There we go. I'll give myself like 15 more minutes, then I have to go back to actually work on all the other things that I have to fix now because I messed up. He conveyed this to Isaac, who also agreed. Okay, all right. That's good. That's actually good. Holy shit, that's good. Okay. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw Felix die on that day. He conveyed this to Isaac, who also agreed. As if mocking the situation. Okay. There we go. All right, next. So that one's good. There are so many sources here. There's so much shit. Okay. But yes, we're almost done. We're the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. She starts talking right here. All right. Okay, let's move that over and see how this looks. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's good. Who also agreed. As if mocking the situation, Minardi continued to go Felix. Okay, that's good. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Wait a minute. Something missing here. Okay, so we can cut this out. I might not even add that. Or her head starts moving right there. Again, I'm starting to do these streams just for transparency. Hey, transparency and legitimacy. That's what we love here. So y'all get to see the workflow. Y'all get to see me complain and moan and groan about mundane things or me just being an idiot. Wow, that's actually taking a bit. Okay. Okay, so I have to actually move that now. That will work. That will work. I'll just have to trim this down a tad little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see. Felix remove his mask. Hearing this mage Jenna tense up because this masked figure shares the same name as her missing brother. This had also caught the I might not even add the creating portion. So you, Jenna, you move around a lot. Okay. Let's move this here. All right, I think we got something. Okay, let's see how this looks. To show his face to Jenna and Creighton, the masked man was hesitant when he heard what Minardi had suggested. Sartorius agreed that this was the best option in support of the idea. As if on purpose, he demanded that Felix remove his mask. Hearing this made Jenna tense up because this masked figure shared the same name as her missing brother. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett.
Okay, it looks good.
That looks good. I can extend. No, it's fine. We're good. Jenna moves her. She moves her body a lot. All right, I did say 30 minutes. Okay, we've done good. Who also agreed. As if mocking the situation, Minardi continued to goad Felix, asking him if he didn't want them to feel safe. All right, next portion. All right, let's cut all this out. We're gonna cut it right now and just bring it over there, and then I'll start adjusting things from there. Felix, asking him if he didn't. As if mocking the situation. I'll extend this a little bit more. I have like a little. You have like a couple second gap, so I'll copy that. Let's see. Don't you want them to? The situation, Minardi continued to goad Felix. No. Because the text box ends right there. Minardi continued to goad Felix, asking him. Okay. Minardi continued to goad Felix, asking him if he didn't want them to feel safe. To which we can do one more. Okay, so we did 3 of them. Let's start from here and see how this looks. In Garrett's words, they saw Felix die on that day. He conveyed this to Isaac, who also agreed. As if mocking the situation, Minardi continued to goad Felix, asking him if he didn't want them to feel safe. To which Felix brought. Alright, so I can cut it right here. There we go. I'll cut it right there. Safe. To which Felix project. which Felix grudgingly agreed. To which you don't need that extra. Yeah, that's a lot of space right there. Yeah, that's a lot of. Okay. Safe. To which Felix grudgingly agreed to remove his mask. Okay, this is where we don't have time for that. No, it's fine. Agreed to remove his mask. When he removed his mask, Jenna Okay, that's what I'll do. When he removed his mask, Jenna broke. Okay, yeah, that works. Down emotion. Actually works. That we're good. Holy shit, we're actually good. I thought that was gonna be so super scuffed. Broke down emotionally. This man was indeed her brother, who went missing 3 years ago. We don't need you, old man. We don't need your. We don't need you. Who went missing 3 years ago. Felix began his mask. Jenna broke down emotionally. This man was indeed her brother, who went missing 3 years ago. Felix began speaking to Jenna about the situation, that he knows that he caused her much grief, and that it was a miracle that he survived that day. So Taurus had confirmed it. Wow, that was actually a really good cut. Holy shit, that lines up really good. Okay. It was his group that saved him that day, which Felix stated he had been with. You're the ones that saved him. There, be the little there. It doesn't really matter.
Source had confirmed it was his group that saved him that day, which Felix stated he had been in.
It's fine.
Had been with them the entire time, to which Jenna emotionally retorted, "Why did he leave her all alone?" Satoru at this point,
Yeah, I will fix that. Still have more. God damn it. It's a lot. Okay. I'm really scared about the amount of resources that I've used here. What time is it? 32 minutes? Okay. I'll definitely have to start working on the other stuff soon.
Satoru at this point became impatient.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was gonna cut that out.
To which Jenna emotionally retorted, "Why did he leave her all alone?"
Yeah, I like it. I like it. We're good. Which Satoru's retorted.
Satoru at this.
Okay. Okay, now I have to go back and check everything else. Especially that one. That one is... I can't believe I did that last night, but I'll figure that out later.
Plague him, of faces twisted in pain. Of unknown structure.
Okay.
With shining lights illuminated. Futures that haven't happened, or never will. And some of
Oh Lord. Multiverse theory is a bitch. You get weird scenarios like this.
them, the people he knows betrays him. In others, he's gone entirely, like he was never born. He doesn't speak of it, not to Jenna, not to Garrett, not to anyone, because what he sees isn't just a memory or a nightmare. It's just something else, a fracture, a truth trying to bleed through. If something sees him.
Okay. We'll do stuff here. Okay.
something else, a fracture, a truth trying to bleed through. As something sees him, a presence beyond this world, silent, suffocating, scheming.
I have that as. What do I have that as? 12%. A little bit too big.
A truth trying to bleed through. As something sees him, a presence beyond this world, silent, suffocating, scheming. It watches, it waits. It has done so for years, just outside the edges of his mind, and though it has never interacted with him, Isaac can feel it moving closer. The storm
That's fine. We don't need to do another one.
didn't just take lives, it left holes. Felix, Isaac's father, and both Jenna's parents vanished that night. Their bodies were never found. Only the sound of rushing water and the memory of the screams remain. In Vale, that silence speaks louder than words. Jenna tries to smile, tries to be strong.
That's fine. It's perfectly fine. This one, though, I have to probably
continues to go on.
adjust.
Something has returned. Satoru and Minardi, two strangers cloaked in mystery, have once again set foot in Vale.
Actually, no, that's actually fine.
Mystery have once again set foot in Vale. Their intentions are unclear, but their presence carries a cold certainty. They're here for their own agendas. They are searching for something, and they are not alone.
Okay, that's fine. Now, oh yeah, that's I'm gonna fix later. I probably have to change that.
Taurus and Minardi had been on the mountain. Soul Sanctum is a sacred structure nestled within Mount Elf, but beneath the surface of this innocent enough expedition, something stirs. From the moment Isaac enters the Sanctum, he begins to feel pressure, not just from the rising of his fractured visions, though those are worsening with every step, but something else. Something unspoken, a weight on his shoulders, a presence just behind him that never makes a sound. It follows them, unseen, unfelt by everyone. The group continue on their journey through the Sanctum.
Okay, that's good. All right, I gotta look at this again.
As if something was on his mind. For the past 3 years, his cryptic visions have continued to intensify, each vision more disturbing than the next. He couldn't differentiate between what was real and what was not. Perhaps they were visions of events yet to come, or something else. He didn't know, but they continued to haunt him. His mind continued to be in constant flux. But besides all that, his attention was focused on the bright red shining object in the distance. For some reason, it was different from the others, as if it was radiating a different type of aura. It felt like it was calling out to him. For now, it would be an afterthought because Kraden was urging him to come closer to these mysterious relics and retrieve them. Isaac and Garrus set out to grab the elemental stars, starting with the southeast corner of the room. A bright yellow light shined brightly, the Venus star. Upon reaching out for the star, a fragmented vision appeared within Isaac's mind. Before he could think of
Dark, multiverse.
the significance of this vision, he heard Kraden's voice call out to him to continue getting the other stars. They headed north, this time toward the blue light shining brightly in the distance. The Mercury star. Isaac again reached out for the star. Another vision again appeared in his mind. This vision was more disturbing than the last. Once again, he was snapped out of it by Kraden's urging to get the other stars. Unbeknownst to them, someone else was in the room, observing their actions. A familiar figure adorned with a black cloak, observing them in the distance. The defining feature is a glowing red eye illuminating the darkness in the
We
room.
won't talk about it.
Isaac and Garrett continued on their trek. They observed a shining purple object in the southwest corner of the room and headed in that direction. Upon reaching the goddess statue, they observed the Jupiter star and reached out to grab it. Again, upon reaching for the star, another disturbing fragmented image appeared within Isaac's mind. This time it was different. Isaac snapped himself out of the...
I'm gonna have a field day with that one later. Okay. That's gonna be so fun to do.
Observed a shining purple object in the southwest corner of the room and headed in that direction. Upon reaching the goddess statue, they observed the Jupiter star and reached out to grab it. Again, upon reaching for the...
This is why I didn't want to do my horror movie analysis for the running video. I'm on the 3rd floor of my house right now. There are some shenanigans happening out there. People are yelling at each other. I don't want that to be picked up because this mic is relatively good. I have a noise gate on, but you just never know.
Star, another disturbing fragment.
This was actually very hard to get the floating animation. Sprite is very fun to use.
Upon reaching the goddess statue, they observed the Jupiter star and reached out to grab it. Again, upon reaching for the star, another disturbing fragmented image appeared within Isaac's mind. This time it was different. Isaac snapped himself out of the vision. Raiden's voice didn't reach out to him.
Okay.
This time, no praise followed. No words. Only silence. Then, they emerged. From the shadows at the entrance of the chamber, Sartoros and Minardi stood in front of Jenna and Kraden, commanding, unshaken. Their goal was clear as day. They were here to take the elemental stars for their own nefarious schemes. Jenna and Kraden were concerned for their safety because they knew immediately once Sartoros and Minardi had no further use for them, their lives would be in danger. At that moment, another figure appeared in the chamber through the portal. This figure was male and wore a distinctive mask to conceal his identity. He assured them that their lives were not at risk and alluded to the fact that their safety was already considered in advance, to which Sartoros and Minardi ensured if they cooperated. Thus, Sartoros gave Isaac and Garrett an ultimatum. If they wanted to save their friends, they must hand over the elemental stars, to which Isaac and Garrett had no choice but to agree with those terms, to which Kraden openly disagreed with because there was no guarantee of their safety if the elemental stars were given, to which Minardi stated that she had a guarantee for them. She requested that the masked figure remove his mask to show his face to Jenna and Kraden. The masked man was hesitant when he heard what Minardi had suggested. Sartoros agreed that this was the best option in support of the idea. As if on purpose, he demanded that Felix remove his mask. Hearing this made Jenna tense up because this masked figure shared the same name as her missing brother. This had also caught the attention of Isaac and Garrett. In Garrett's words, they saw Felix die on that day. He conveyed this to Isaac, who also agreed. As if mocking the situation, Minardi continued to goad Felix, asking him if he didn't want them to feel safe, to which Felix grudgingly agreed to remove his mask. When he removed his mask, Jenna broke down emotionally. This man was indeed her brother, who went missing 3 years ago. Felix began speaking to Jenna.
Gotta take this phone. IRL, she be calling.
About the situation, that he knows that he caused her much grief, and that it was a miracle that he survived that day. Sartoros had confirmed it was his group that saved him that day, to which Felix stated he had been with them the entire time. To which Jenna emotionally retorted, why did he leave her all alone?
Okay, so let's see where we're at. We're about 75% done. I have 2 more days left. Yeah, we're at the end. I already have the other footage. I already recorded that. So later on tonight, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do more. Yeah, we're gonna come back tonight. We're gonna do more. We should be heading into this portion, but I gotta review this one because I have to fix something later. I'm mad. I'm so mad. All this work is out the window now. Not all of it, but a good chunk of it's out the window now. I'm so ticked off about it. Okay, let's see.
Kraden had a vague idea what this entity was and stated
I'm actually really mad about that. Super mad.
it could be the wise one. The mysterious figure washed in the distance.
Because I have to change this. I'll have to I'll have to go in game and try to get the image of. I'll have to try to get the image of this one with lava, because I forgot. It's been a few years since I don't go to someone often, and I don't go to someone at all because I just prefer playing the Lost Age. Well, quality of life changes; they make a difference. But I forgot. Like oh shit, yeah. Like this is red now, so I have to change that.
And it had its attention focused on the rocky object, as if it knew exactly what it was. Anger, hatred, and loathing were permeating from the direction of the mysterious figure.
Pain in the ass to do. Because in a perfect world, all right, where is it? In a perfect world, this should be the angle. That should be the angle. But if I do it that way, it'll distort it. So my best bet was honestly doing the Ozma. If you haven't played Final Fantasy IX, Secret Boss, Final Fantasy IX, stupid gigantic globe. But yeah, that would be the perfect. In a perfect world, that would be the perfect thing to do. But I made him into Ozma. And I can't fix this because it's the same thing as Earth Force. It just gets cut out, fortunately. I'll get the font later. This was really fun to do. All right. So I'll have to come back and try to get that to work. I'm actually very furious. I'm not furious. It's just tragic because you can't really find the image of that in red. So that's what I'm gonna be doing a little bit later when I actually done doing IRL stuff. So this stuff we did about 48 minutes worth of work. Got some stuff done. We're about 80% done going off of this, and let's just confirm it one more time. Yeah, we're about 80% done with this. Tomorrow should be the final review. Monday, I'll do a little bit more reviewing, then I think we should be good. So later on tonight, I'll come back and I'll do a little bit more. Slowly but surely, this is going to get done. All right, see y'all later. Bye-bye.